Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I hope you're all having a great day. This is Controllers of Katanas. I am Martin, aka Marty O'Cool, here with Ian, aka Relic. And today we're going to start something different. We've got a new little game to play with you. So if you know the answer to what we're about to play, we're giving a clue it's a film. But if you want to put in the comments what you think it is, we're going to play 3 different parts throughout the podcast. So the best of luck. So I'll let Ian play that right now for you.
We're playing any second. This one throws you off a little bit, actually, to be honest with you, because it's from a movie, but it's also a movie in that movie.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Yeah, we're just going to start you off easy. But
yeah, there it is. There it is. You let us know in the comments, and also let us know what, if you do get it right, also what sort of like memories do you have of watching this film with family or whatever, because it is a classic, to be fair. And we'll play another 2 clips later on as well. So if you can't quite get it throughout the episode, we'll play another two voice notes on that for you to give you another chance. So yeah, we're going to kick it off with a bit of news, though, aren't we?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, man. So
what you got?
A couple of bits. The new Terminator anime, 29th of August, that lands on Netflix. So we'll be picking that up. We'll be talking about that. We've just literally, before we clicked record, the Lord of the Rings anime trailers dropped today, like half an hour ago. So, 22nd of August. Only in cinemas, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Like, honestly, it looks so good. It's not even funny, mate. It's I think it's this December, only in cinemas, so make sure you get pre-booked for that because it looks amazing. It really does. The trailer as well, you get a little bit of a... Obviously from the movies, clips from the movies on there, and instantly gave me chills, mate, straight away.
With Peter Jackson being behind it as well.
Oh.
And he used some of the stars who was in the film to do the voices of the actors. Oh,
it looks so good. It's so good. Also, the One Piece, it's like a One Piece remake, I believe. It's Wit Studios doing it, and it's the director from Attack on Titan. So we know for a fact that remake's going to be absolutely phenomenal. So for those of you who can't be bothered to watch 1,200 episodes of One Piece, wait for this new remake to come out. I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit better paced, a little bit different. To be honest, I don't even know if it's a complete utter remake or not. I'm not 100% sure, but I'd like to think it is because obviously the first ones came out in the 90s. It's so old now. One Piece has been going for a long time, so... Yeah, that'll be good to see, especially for the people who want to sort of catch up on that and try and start watching the anime. But obviously, it's a daunting task. I'm in my 30s now. If I start watching that, I'll be dead before I finish. So, yeah.
Bucket list. I've got some news. So, announced the other day, new Mafia game, Mafia: The Old Country. So it looks like it to be in Sicily, well, this is the Mafia originated from. This falls nicely for me because I've just started the series again after watching The Sopranos, an old series from the 90s. I've just started that, and then I was like, I need to play Mafia games again, so I started them. And then all of a sudden, this new Mafia game drops. I'm like, oh, got to play all these games again. And I'm doing it on stream, so if you guys want to drop in sometime, you can get streaming schedule back up. So
links are in the description for that as well, guys. So don't forget to follow us.
And also, new Tomb Raider animated series coming out. On Netflix, it's the 10th of October. These are the events set after the new Survivor trilogy, which is Tomb Raider, Rise of Tomb Raider, Shadow of Tomb Raider. So this is where Lara Croft sets out on a new adventure. Looking forward to seeing this because, as we mentioned before on the on the podcast, that Tomb Raider originated in Derby, so where me and Ian live and work. So we're looking forward to that. Should be good. Bring it on.
I'm loving these remakes and stuff. Not remakes, but adaptations, should I say, of things from our childhood. We grew up in like a golden age where like the internet was only really being fully developed. Phones were being fully developed. We've been through everything. We've been through the dark ages. Like me and Martin grew up around this age where consoles were getting big, and it's like there's so much history for us. And there's so much nostalgia for us that it's sort of everything seems to be playing for us. Like the Terminator stuff, obviously Terminator anime coming out, Tomb Raider anime coming out, Lord of the Rings anime coming out. It's just it's a good time to be alive. I must admit, it's a very good time to be alive. So I'm excited for a lot of these projects.
I'm talking of Terminator, I literally watched Terminator 2 the other day. Obviously, grew up watching it. So I want to watch a film like from when I was younger. So we put Terminator 2 on. Still holds up, still good. Still a great film.
Legendary film.
And it always will be.
Always, mate.
Always. Should we talk about some anime?
Yeah, man.
That's what we're here for, isn't it?
That's what we're here for, mate.
What do you want to start off with?
We're talking about the Katanas versions, mate. Right, so I've not got many notes of this, but I want to pick up on Suicide Squad Isekai. This was episode 7 we just watched. And the reason I want to pick up on this is because this was my favourite episode so far in this series. It was very good to see certain characters, i.e. Katana. We've seen Katana already somewhat in the obviously earlier episodes. But this episode, the animation in this episode, mate, was absolutely phenomenal. I don't even care about what the story was, mate. I don't actually care at all. There was parts where Harley's running through elves, smashing them all with bats, doing side flips, back flips, dragging the bat on the floor, like just the choreography and everything with this. And obviously she's fighting Thinker, and where she bangs her head and has like those little dragon bird things flying around her head and stuff because she's like half knocked out. And obviously then she launches the bat at his big ass head and stuff like that. It's just this episode was very good, and there's certain parts of this episode where the Thinker, he's sort of like trying to control Harley's mind, but her mind's lost. She's a psychopath. Yeah, and he starts losing, like he starts going mad because he's trying to control her mind and he can't. And he's like freaking out almost. So I really enjoyed this, and one of the key moments of this episode for me was the redemption that they made with the Katana and Harley fight, because they had a little bit of a fight in like the first or second episode from like, I think it was like maybe like a flashback, I can't fully remember, and it was such a lackluster fight, wasn't it? Like it was so slow, there weren't really much going off, but boy oh boy mate, this fight was something else, wasn't it? It was so sick, absolutely so sick.
Yeah, so I did like the bit as well, where, you know, when Harley, obviously, thinking goes in Harley's mind, don't like what he sees, is like traumatized from it, and it's on the floor. Then Harley just whacks him with a bat, and he flies away, like, you know, when you defeat like a boss on Mario. It's like, woo!
Like Team Rocket, wasn't he, mate? Blasting off again.
just flies away. I love that bit. But yeah, the fight between Katana and Harley Quinn was great. Like, because Clayface obviously was there to distract Katana. Katana saw through it, throws Clayface at Harley's feet, and then Clayface hears the cry for help from Harley. So he wants to help girls out. It turns into this like epic sword. Oh,
some like sick sword, wasn't it? It was like, some absolutely Sword Art Online level sword, mate, wasn't it?
And I love a bit of Sword Art Online. So,
but yeah, in terms of the story, there's pretty much a nothing episode in terms of story. Only the Katana parts really mattered. But yeah, best so far in terms of fight sequences, animation, and it was very much the Harley show. This episode, which I'm not complaining about at all, because she's one of the better characters. Everyone knows who Harley Quinn is, and yeah, it was a very good episode in terms of animation. So I'm very thankful that they've went all out with this episode in terms of animation, because if they didn't, I'd have just gotten bored, because it's been a bit lackluster up until now. So yeah, it's really good. Really enjoyed it, to be honest.
And when people like know of Suicide Squad, they come to watch Harley. That's all they come for.
Oh
like,
yeah,
I remember when the first film came out, I got like a Harley Quinn T-shirt. Obviously Margot Robbie in it, so that had something to do with it. But you know, she's the main character, and with a bat, is so cool. And she's like actually a rebel, which I like as well.
Yeah, sick.
But yeah, basically the episode was about Thinker I made a fort, didn't he, near the gate where they need to get to their world, and then they make this plan and literally take down the Thinker. That's really it. But like you said, the animation made the episode.
Yeah, it really did redeem it, didn't it? So sick, mate. So sick.
Very good. Have we got like is it 3 episodes left of this one?
8, 9, 10. Yeah, 3 episodes. We've got 3 weeks left to talk about this now. And then we're going to be saying goodbye to another one, yeah. So we've obviously got Elusive Samurai still got to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, we've watched 3 episodes of Blue Lock this week. We've got the last 3 episodes of the season next week. We've got to wait for the Nagi movie to come out and then a new season to come out. So we've got a lot of planning and thinking behind the scenes for me and Mark for what's next. We've been talking about it a bit today. We won't announce anything today on what we're going to be watching, but Terminator will definitely be up there. I've already mentioned that, but yeah, there's more to come. It's just going to be a constant flow, guys. So don't worry. There's not going to be a time where we're not going to be talking about anything. We're always going to have something to talk about. So,
and I can't believe this episode is the 21st episode. That means we've been doing it for over 5 months. So yeah, we've got like Ian says, we've got loads of anime to go through. We've got loads of films, loads of TV shows, and loads of games. So we'll never get bored. We'll never have nothing to talk about because there's always new stuff coming out and new exciting stuff. So
always, mate.
Always.
Elusive Samurai, mate. Episode 4. This episode was all eyes and all ears, mate. It literally fell.
There's more eyes on it, really.
Bro's got starts off. Bro's got 11 eyeballs, mate. What's that all about?
So this guy gets introduced. He's been made like a governor, hasn't he?
Yeah.
By the betrayer. Is it Takuju? Takuji or something? Yeah, that's a better name, isn't it? That's English translation.
English translation translates straight to Norbert.
But there's this guy called August Sawaro, I think his name is.
Oh yeah,
but this guy
Saruman or something like that, isn't it? He's got a mad name. It's like Saruman, isn't it, from Lord of the Rings? Yeah.
But this guy's got the creepiest eyes, and I saw this guy. This guy's got to be a pervert. Come on, if you saw this guy on the street, you'd be like, "This guy's definitely a serial killer." Sure.
You're crossing the road, mate.
He's got this bulgy, mate.
Sticks his eyes out his head, doesn't he? Every chance he gets, his eyeballs are hanging out of his head. It's
when he's talking to people as well. It's like, instead of like talking in the rear, it's like got his eyeball in the rear. Like what are you doing, bro? I
can see what it's happened when it happens as well, because my notes are literally his retainer's eyes are popping out of his head. What's with his dodgy eyes? His eyes are mental. Why have they animated him like that?
He's a pervert, man. I'm telling you.
He's a proper freako, mate.
So basically, this episode,
you can like see people from a mile away. So he's definitely a peeping Tom, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's a stalker, mate. He's a stalker. He's got the eyes for it. He's a pervert. But the episode starts with the betrayer Takuji. He's making moves. He's winning favour with people, and he's recommending positions to other people like the governor and high positions. And the people who helped him betray the Hojo clan. And obviously, this guy with the eyeballs is one of them. And he knows that Yori, that the Shinto priests, have taken refuge of the survivors of the Hojo clan. So he sends this guy with the eyeballs. Should we just call him eyeballs or eyes?
All eyes on me, mate. It's Tupac, isn't it?
Yeah, this Tupac guy. He gets sent to find out where these rebels are hiding and where they've taken refuge. So they go to the village of where Yori is. And starts causing havoc, doesn't he? Really?
Yeah, he's a bit of a pillock, mate. To be fair, isn't he? One of the parts that made me laugh is when he shot that girl's ear and said, "That's one split-eared doe," and then just ran off laughing his head off, mate. Like, what a freak. What are you even on about, bro?
That's a poor little girl. She's just like standing there with just like looking what's cracking off, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Looking what's cracking off.
I love that everyone's like, everyone literally calling him a bug-eyed psychopath as well, aren't they? Like, he's easily identified, that guy, isn't he?
And because he's got this position now, he's got the royal decree saying to the governor, he's coming back. He's a pervert. He's coming back, causing havoc, isn't he? He's going to use as much. While he's on this power trip, he's going to use it as much as he can. And
so yeah, obviously, then we meet this bloke with massive ears who can hear dead well. I bet there's a bloke knocking around somewhere with like size 400 feet as well, isn't he? Like they got one with massive hands as well somewhere, haven't they?
We know a guy with a massive nose, don't we?
Yeah. If you don't know who we're talking about, just look at the thumbnail of this video. Trust me. Yeah, they're on there, mate. They're on there.
But yeah, so we have this like competition, don't we?
Oh, mate, wait. Bug eyes and big tabs, mate. They're 100% lovers. That part where he puts his eyeballs in his ear.
That's what I mean. The guy's like, "What are you doing? Why are you got your eyeball in
Why are your eyeballs in my ear, mate? What are you doing?" It's like that. He's thinking to himself, like, that felt dead weird.
Yeah, so they have this dog shooting event. Obviously, no animals are say no animals were harmed, no animals were killed, but they were hurt, weren't they? And I like the bit where you're always like freaking out. It's like, one day this will be it. We get done for animal abuse. Or
This will be animal abuse. He's like seeing into the future, and he can see that one day eating dogs is like classed as animal abuse. But obviously back then it was normal. It's like proper quivering, isn't he? Like, oh my god, I've seen in the future. What are they doing with dogs? It's animal abuse.
So you have this event called dog shootings, and basically on horseback they got to shoot arrows at dogs to get points. And Tupac, the guy with the eyes,
legend.
Not the real Tupac, but he's gone brown bread, isn't he? But yeah, so he surprisingly makes an entry. He gets top of the list, and then he makes his bet done to be yours. Like, if your best challenger beats me on points, I won't like search the village. But if I win, I want to search the village because I want to get these rebels. Anyway, Yuri agrees and put all his faith in Tokiyuki,
mate.
Yeah, he pulls Tokiyuki forward. Toki's looking around like, what? It's like throwing the deep end.
It's like, what the fuck?
And all his people are like, what are you doing? You know, this is such a risky move. But then you're always like, no, because if Tokiyuki wins, not only will he get good training, but he'll become this like legendary bowman, obviously, because with Tupac being so good with the bow, he's a master archer.
Yeah.
Tokiyuki can just dodge, can't he? Dodge and learn different moves with the archer skill. So
yeah, it's a win-win, isn't it? Because obviously, what's he going to search for? Tokiyuki. He's literally standing right in front of him. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
But I loved as well with this, like we said earlier on one of the earlier episodes, where they've every so often they put in like a little insert from actual history, and there was like a little history on archers, and Sadio Mane, aka Tupac or whatever his name is, his style of archery is actually still used today. Obviously, I'm assuming back then he didn't have massive eyeballs like that. They've obviously dramatised it and made it a little bit funny to what it was. But yeah, I just thought it was cool to see that what they're doing is actually, it's obviously not historically accurate, but it's based upon historical fact. So again, that's just another thing that I thought was pretty cool about the show. Just including those little things. It's pretty cool. So.
Yeah, so I know what you mean, because like if you're watching the show and then this guy's name comes up, the guy with the eyeballs, you're like, oh, check that out. And obviously, you go on like internet and find out more information. If you like history and stuff, that's one thing you can do, and it's check out what it was really like, what really happened with him. So yeah, I do like that as well. How they bring these characters, well, they tell you what they were like in real life as well. So so they're having this battle, aren't they?
It's pretty good, to be fair, as well. It was quite enjoyable.
It's a shame it ends on a cliffhanger, so you don't see that.
Yeah. Nobody got you the way I do. But yeah, Tokiyuki gets pinged with a headshot, doesn't he?
True headshot.
Yeah, he literally loses basically, doesn't he? But Tokiyuki.
Well, not yet. Yeah.
Well, basically he's losing, isn't he? Let's be fair. Still got time, but it's the fact that he loves it. Like, he's been pinged with a headshot. He could have been dead, but he's absolutely loving it, mate. Like, he's buzzing. He's getting a proper buzz off it, because archery is obviously the only thing he's ever taken serious in his training and stuff like that. So, yeah, he's ecstatic about it. So, I think the next episode's going to be pretty good, to be honest. So, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that Tupac guy, obviously now he's out of arrows. He's got no arrows. So, Tokiyuki's got the only choice but to get an headshot on him.
Yeah, he's got to fill him in.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need. You need a good old headshot, mate, between the eyes, and that's it.
Can't be hard, mate. Easy target, them bad boys are.
I did think when Tupac had one arrow left in the episode, and just like looking around, I thought he was going to get like a pinged in the side of the head by that Tokiyuki. But I was like, oh, that'd be the perfect time to shoot him, but he never did. I was like, what?
Blinded one of his eyes, mate.
I want to shoot around the eyeball.
But yeah, again,
episode,
it was a good one. It was a good one. I've not made, as I say, we've not made too many notes, but yeah, it's keeping me interested. This one is, so I am enjoying it. There's some parts that are proper random, like the guy's eyeballs and stuff. It's dead random, but in my eyes, that's like, no pun intended, that's like typical like Japanese style, isn't it? Like you really expect those sort of animations from like anime and things like that. Just obviously the comedic value. So yeah, it was quite funny, and obviously we haven't got that much comedic value in terms of what we're watching at the moment. We get a little bit from Suicide Squad, because obviously we're watching Blue Lock, which is absolutely amazing, but there's not that much in terms of comedy within Blue Lock. There's a little bit of funny bits, but obviously, yeah, you don't get that sort of funny animation from Blue Lock. Even with Demon Slayer, when I was watching that, you got like a little bit with like I don't know, like the people, depending on who it is, yeah, like characters will have like dead beady eyes and stuff, like looking around the corners and things like that. So yeah, like Tanjiro when he's after the Giyu and stuff. But yeah, I'm liking that sort of typical Japanese like funny animation style on this series.
And we got a lot of that from Kaiju when we was watching that, didn't we? Kaiju
yeah.
Often a lot of that. So yeah, it's like I say, it's good to have an anime that we can really have a laugh to, as well as enjoy the episode as well. So, do you want to play another voice note? Is it time?
Yeah, I think I get a cheeky one on.
So this is the second voice note.
Let's play this one. Sometime today. Oh,
you guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
I mean, that one, you've got to get it on that.
I'm sure we start off with an easy one. Obviously, they'll get harder, and we'll have them from films, games, TV shows.
Start with an easy one, just so people can understand like the concept of what we're trying to do, sort of thing. So obviously, then when it comes to it, we'll get some very harder ones or more iconic ones as well, like one-liners from games and stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. Should we go on to the show we're really enjoying?
Shall we kick it off with Blue Lock, mate? No pun intended again. I don't mean to be all these puns are coming out of nowhere, mate. I'm telling you now, I don't mean any of these puns. I'll let you kick it off on episode 19, pal.
Episode 19 is called Dancing Boy. And you're like, what's that about? It's about busting some moves out or what?
Breakdancing.
We find out, from the last episode, we found out that obviously they won the team. They got picked from Chigiri, Kunigami, or Rio. And obviously, me and him are like, we've got to pick Chigiri. For his speed. It's such a different character. He's got his speed, ultimate speed, Sonic style. And that's what he does. They pick Chigiri. Rio's under Paddy again. He's like, oh. And then Nagi tells him, he's like, we like kind of promised to do this together, but now I know this football, I want to be better at it, and the only way forward to be better is go with Izzy. And that's what he does, isn't he? He's like, yeah, stop whinging. I'm kind of done with your moaning. Yeah. I'm gone, kind of thing.
I mean, it was a bit harsh, absolutely obliterating Rayo's mental health like that, to be fair, wasn't it? But I can understand it, because he's being a bit selfish, to be fair, and obviously they're all in there for the same reason, aren't they? They're not in there to be friends or to be teammates necessarily. There's obviously one end goal, isn't there? And that's to be the best, so...
But then obviously this kind of destroys Rio. His head's down, and that Kunigami's like, lift your head up. This is no time to lower your head. We've got to crack on and,
Yeah. Kunigami's, mate, he's still ready for war, isn't he? Obviously,
such a good
sick character. I love him, mate. I don't think this will be the last we see of him, He's got to come back. They've built him up too much.
So the episode is called Dancing Boy for the reason that it's about Baka, isn't it? Obviously Baka has got the mad skills. And basically dances around his opponents. Remember this little flashback where his mum's we found out his mum's an artist when Baka was a little kid, and she encourages him to have this imaginary friend, the monster, who plays the same way as Baka, because he's not getting on with people at school. People are bullying him and think he's a freak and stuff like that, and so he starts playing on his own, doesn't he, with this monster, and he learns to rely on it a lot more, this monster weirdo. So yeah, we have this new team now. Four lads. Boru, the king's kicking off, isn't he? Kicking off in Nagy.
Mate. So when this first happened, I thought, right, Sam, they've all got single beds now, so there's no fighting over like bump bed or out because they've all got singles. And then he just starts going mad at Chiggery and Nagy, calls Nagy a psycho flying down with wet hair and everything, doesn't he?
Yeah, Chiggery leaves his socks inside out, and obviously,
he's like, whose socks are these? I think they're mine, mate.
Boru's like a clean freak. He's like, what? Who's left these socks inside out kind of thing? He goes mental. And then we have this bit of like a bonding bit with Boru and Izzy. They share this like juicy steak meal.
Got some decent grub again, haven't they? Sizzling steak looks amazing, mate.
Yeah, so they've gone from Izzy's gone from like rice to flipping next level steak now. So yeah, it's living the high life now.
Oh, mate.
Boru explains that the stuff that Izzy did in the last match really at home, and through the pain he endured, he's able to see the light and escape this it goes like a darkness, like an underworld. He's escaped from that, and now he's got this new version of Boru, and he thanks Izzy for it, and tells him that he is the villain, and he wants to learn everything he can from Izzy because he wants to devour his style.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's starting to listen a bit. Obviously, it almost seems like it's for selfish intentions almost, but he's obviously building some good chemistry with it. And obviously we see that a little bit later on, don't we, in the next couple of episodes. So, yeah, he's growing on me, Barrow is. I'm starting to enjoy him as a character, to be fair. He's sick.
That villain thing he's got going, that villain story.
Works well, doesn't it?
Villain style, yeah.
One of the things that made me laugh was Nagy watching those Sweet Techers clips. He's like, I'm just watching some Sweet Techers clips.
So we have a flip back to Baccarat. It is Baccarat, isn't it? Baccarat, yeah.
Bachelor, yeah.
Baccarat. So he's basically a young boy. He lives and breathes football. He's sleeping with a football. He's eating with a football. He's doing everything with the football. That's his life.
Yeah, like that's his art. Like his mum's a painter and everything, but he's found art in football, sort of thing.
Yeah, and then obviously like this monster like growing stronger with him, and he just only relies on this monster now. And obviously in matches, he's not passing the ball; he's losing it because
he keeps passing it to a monster that's not even real, isn't it? He's passing it to no one, thinking he's there.
Yeah. And obviously, and then we have this bit where the Blue Lock invitation comes through. Bachelor gets this. Well, he gets his opportunity to meet someone who enjoys the football the same way he does. And obviously, in that first episode where Izzy kicks the ball at the guy's face, this is the part where the monster picks him.
Yeah.
And this Bachelor wants to follow and wants to believe in Izzy now. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm loving it so far. It's really good.
One of the things I picked up as well is in Bachelor's backstory, at least Messi had brown hair in his backstory, not blonde hair. But he had like a weird goatee, didn't he?
Yeah. It's like when you see it, that's definitely not Messi. Come on.
Just draw like a generic brown-haired man with an Argentina kit on. Like.
Yeah.
But this next episode...
That Toshi Rin's so good, isn't he?
Oh, he's insane, mate. He's OP. I don't like him, to be fair, but he's OP.
Yeah.
But, mate, the next episode after that, episode 20 or whatever it is, mate, that glam man starts stroking Chiggity's ear, mate.
Yes,
he's like, so glam. What hair products do you use on? Aren't they just the one that they have in the bathhouse, mate? I don't know.
Yeah, we have this like kind of like it's like a fighting game, isn't it? They have like a versus.
Yeah.
So each player's got their own player to like mark and to play against.
Their challenger.
Yeah.
Also, I'm loving Isagi's new confidence as well, mate. Absolutely loving that.
Oh yeah.
He's ready for war now. He is.
I like the bit as well with the Chickadee and is it Jube? Is it Jube? I'll just put the L'Oreal guy.
I just call him Glam Man. I don't know his name. I always forget to write his name down, but he says that's so glam, like all the time, doesn't he?
Well, I like the bit where like Chicken is like, "Oh, don't touch my hair," kind of thing, and it's like it's nice to meet you, but why have you got like an old person's name?
Oh
and
yeah,
like,
ruins him, doesn't he?
The Glam Man ruins him, and then we have this bit with Baru and Tokimitsu. But the guy's like panicking. He's like trying to comfort Glam Man, isn't he? And then Baru tells him to get in formation. He's like, "Get in formation, or I'll kill you." And then that Tokimitsu's like groveling at his feet, and he's like, I'm sorry. And then like Baru grabs his head. He's like, "We're changing formation. I'm mocking this guy now. I'm going to ruin him," kind of thing. I was like, and that Tokimitsu's like, release me, demon. Oh, so funny.
Look at how he starts calling him Scary Gorilla Man and stuff like that.
All the way through the episode, yeah.
But yeah, this episode, I loved the way this episode was like put together. Like, you know, all the cuts going to each player, like on the defense, and showing obviously the way the movement is and where the placement, and it was so well put together. And there was a lot of like Demon Slayer-esque like animation of the auras around people. Like Rin had like the water around him, didn't he? It's just so pleasing to the eye to see those sort of animations. And it just, obviously, if you just had a normal football one, it probably wouldn't be as good. But because they do such a good job with the metaphors, with the puzzle pieces, and all that sort of thing with the aura, even with their eyes and things like that, it's just very well put together. Like, very well put together. I can understand why it's as big as it is. Like, I really can.
And Batcher is like, he loves this competition between Itoshi, Rin, and Izagi, isn't it?
Yeah.
He wants a new person to follow, or he wants the same person to follow, or the new person to follow. In these comparing these two as to which one wins or which one's better, and then he'll follow that. The monster in him will follow that.
Yeah, because he's like oh, these guys have gotten so much stronger, so much better.
Yeah.
But it's like I say with the puzzle pieces, there's a part where Nagi like bombs through. And Isagi just gets like an idea, doesn't he? And he just starts rebuilding all them puzzle pieces, coming back together and thinking, "Oh, I've got a new idea." But mate, I love Nagi. I need to get a figure of him, mate. So bad. I'm defo getting one soon, mate. I swear. He's so sick, so sick.
It's amazing that he's become like the best character in the show.
It's mad, mate. I think it's because he's got white hair, you know.
That's Sephiroth out of Final Fantasy.
Mate, Kakashi, awesome. Gojo. Umamiya from
Gojo.
Yeah,
Gojo,
Umamiya from Windbreaker. All the best characters have got white hair, haven't they?
What about Levi and Ashina there?
To be fair, though, there is exceptions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there is. Well, yeah, like you say, the way these episodes are put together, with the different abilities coming out, and the different powers and how they portray how they're breaking through the barriers and stuff like that. It's so good.
Yeah, I love how they've left Rin like mysterious as well, because you get like an insight in people's minds throughout it. Like Batcher's on the opposite team, you're getting an insight on his mind and various like other characters, but you don't know anything. You don't know what Rin's thinking ever. So like he's still this quite mysterious character really, because he doesn't really have much dialogue. Don't really have like, obviously, like I say, there's no thought process involved there with him because you don't know what he's thinking, and it is I love that they've made him like a really sort of like mysterious guy as well.
And we find out a bit in the episode. I think it's this episode, next episode, where Izagi's got his field of vision. That's his new skill kind of thing. He sees where the vision is. He can like predict passes, where to pass it and stuff. But then we find out that Rin's got this like far better vision. And this is what Izzy wants to defeat. He wants to devour this guy and claim that ability for himself. And I love that.
He's trying to figure out a way to make it so, because obviously he's thinking 2 steps ahead, but he wants to be able to think like 3 steps ahead. He wants to make sure he knows what he's thinking 2 steps ahead, so he can obviously counter it. But like, mate, Ego as well. He's horrible to that assistant woman, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's the question. Like, that was beautiful. And he's like, you're so dumb. Like, it's proper horrible to her.
Is that the bit where, I think it's Nagi does something, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's. I think it's the way it ends. It's Nagi right at the end, his goal. It's where he breaks through in it and he scores.
He does that like fake volley, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's
like fake
it.
volley. Takes Rin out of the game and then scores. So
obviously, the start of the next episode starts with her like, "Oh, he's like that was magical, like sort of thing." And he's like, "Yeah, pathetic woman." Like he proper hates her for some reason. I love as well Barrow. He's always constantly got that vein just sticking out of his face, mate, at all times.
What I like about Barrow and is it Tokamitsu as well. Like that Barrow's like, this guy's massive, strong. He's like a freak.
Like, what is this guy's freak strength? Like, what the hell?
He's trying to barge him, but it's like it's massive.
Can't move him, can he? He's like veins just like start poking. Like, he's got giant shoulders, hasn't he?
Like a metahuman, isn't he? Yeah.
Absolute beast, mate.
But it's in this episode we find out that Rin is like Izuki finds out that Rin is like a puppet master, and he's controlling.
Oh, he's controlling everybody on the field. Yeah, not just his team, but the opposing team as well.
Like he knows their strength. He's working ways out to destroy him, basically. But
the plays he was pulling off on that first goal of this episode, mate, was unbelievable. Unbelievable. But they're like, no one's like. What I like, we've got to a point now in it, apart from obviously the mostly strong guy who's always panicking, and Batra obviously a little bit as well. Batra is, obviously there's some quite sad moments for him in this episode, but everyone else is like, even though they're at a point where maybe they're losing, they're all fired up. Like none of them are like, oh, we're gonna lose. Oh no, no one's like that anymore because they've all built this confidence and they're building up obviously like this skill and ability and. Everyone's grown to a point now where you don't get that. And Isugi, mate, he starts saying Mandalorian lines. He was like, "This is the way." Like in this episode, I'm like, "Wait, what's Mando doing there, mate?" Got Pedro Pascal in here now, or what, pal?
Another bit where Barrow gets unleashed, doesn't he?
Oh, that massive lion behind him, mate. So sick, bro. Fucking love Barrow, mate. This match was it's the sickest match so far, mate. I was literally on the edge of my seat watching this. Like Barrow, the way he's like, I loved all like the computer references in this episode. Like Barrow, the glitch, mate. Like that's what they kept referring to. I was like, that is a sick nickname. That is, isn't it? The glitch. Because Rin couldn't read him, could he? Because he's just so unpredictable. Because he tackled his own teammate and everything. Like you proper can't read him, mate.
Yeah, Izuki explains it like Barrow's like it's like a lion. Obviously, we have that lion thing in the background there, like
that representation,
the visual,
mate.
Yeah,
so sick.
And it's like it's like waiting for his prey in the blind spot, and then he'll just like strike. And when he does strike, it's got lightning coming all around him. Lightning's all around him. Oh, it's so good.
I love the animation so bad. Also, I noticed, on this, mate, Rin. Certain parts of this episode, mate, Rin looked a bit like Mika-san from Attack on Titan in some spots. I was like, mate, he proper looks like her, you know.
Mika-san's sick character, isn't she?
Also, mate, this episode I feel like was a first for a lot of things. We got a throw-in. I'm pretty sure I don't think I've seen a throw-in before in this series. I think it's all been normal. I feel like this was the first throw-in that I've seen properly, or at least I remember. And it took about 21 episodes, mate, to get a yellow card.
Well,
I'm not counting that guy who tackled them. He got done in fully, didn't he? But yeah, like there's multiple throw-ins. You got 2 yellow cards. I mean, they're BS yellow cards. Let's be honest, mate. They want to pass in a real game. They want VAR straight on that, mate.
But like I say, Izuki, like he finds out Barrow is like a glitch against Rin, because after that, like after he finds out his glitch, Barrow's like closing down Rin, and Rin's like making mistakes. That's what that throw-in leads from, isn't it? He doesn't like control the pass, but he like kind of knocks it away, and it goes out for a throw-in. So Barrow is this key to taking down Rin, and it's so good.
Yeah, and, trying to figure out how to sort of incorporate Rin into it, and not Rin, sorry, Barrow into it, and try and make it as unpredictable as possible to try and win. Suit me, I proper can't wait to watch the next episode. You know.
And at the end of this episode, we have like stamina's running low because we're getting to the end of the match.
Yeah, everyone's shattered, mate.
Stuff's on the line. So now Izuki's got to find this new way to get people through the end of the match, and they use their abilities, even though they're on low stamina, to kind of make something happen. This chemical reaction to blow and for them to win, basically. But the episode ends with Rin scoring a free kick.
An absolute screamer of a free kick, mate.
So now it ends on 4-3. So
there's a little part in this episode as well with Batra. He's like, you proper feel bad for him. Like I felt dead sad for him. He's like dead lonely because he's like, I waited all this time to play with people that are on my level, and because there's like a part in there where Rin's got the ball and Isagi's following him, and they both just run directly past Bachira, and he's stood there like in between them both thinking, they don't even know I'm here. Like they literally don't even know I exist. I'm not even on the same level as these guys anymore. I've waited all this time to try and find someone who's got a monster inside them like I do, and they don't even consider me like an equal. But I think he's going to hit a different gear next episode. How do you know? He's got to,
yeah. Like you say, he's looking at every other character and he's seeing their progression. Nagi, Baru, Izuki, he's seeing everything. But then he's obviously watching the whole match. He's not actually partaking much, is he? And then he's got to perform next match. For the fans as well, isn't it? Because obviously a lot of people like Baccarat.
Yeah, it's good. Obviously, we don't know. I don't know anything about this. Like what's happening next. I don't know anything about the manga. What me and Martin know about this show is from just the episodes we've watched. Like I don't know anything about that's going to happen next season or anything. I've purposely not looked at anything. So
that's the best one.
Yeah, it's very good. I'm gonna play that our third and final clip for this movie. So. You best be getting this right, because I'll be disappointed every single one of you listening if you don't.
Maybe to put in the comments if you know what it is as well, in your experience.
I'm up here, you morons! Come and get me!
Classic, mate. Up here, you morons. Come and get me.
Right.
Speaking of morons, mate. Those about to snore, mate. Although, to be fair, this episode was all right, to be honest with you.
So for those who are listening and watching, it's not actually called For Those About to Snore, it's called For Those About to Die, but we have changed it.
It's basically a gladiator-type-esque show. It's not really a gladiator show, to be fair, is it? It's like it's a show just based in ancient Rome, essentially, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's like chariot racing, gladiators, that sort of thing. And this is episode 4 now we're about to talk about. If you can, it's okay. The first episode, if you can watch at least the first 2 episodes, the first episode is a write-off, mate. It's an absolute write-off. It's so confusing. They introduce about 42,000 different characters, and you can't keep up with it properly because it doesn't give you enough time to learn who they are. This episode and the last episode have done a much better job of pacing it out a little bit better and obviously feeding into the story. I've not taken many notes. Plenty of stuff in this episode still annoyed me. Scorpus, for example, the main chariot rider, is meant to be like the most famous one. He is not in any way, shape or form cool enough to refer to himself in the third person, mate. He keeps doing it and it keeps annoying me, mate. It's not like he's doing it as a laugh every so often. He literally refers to himself in the third person every single conversation he has. Mate, you're not even cool.
What's funny is it kind of gets brought down to earth in this episode because obviously with the stuff that happened last episode, the Gold faction was formed, and then all the other faction leaders are like moaning to Emperor Titus now, and he closes the Gold faction down, and then Scorpus forgets about his mates and just starts trying to sell himself to all the different factions.
Oh yeah, so he was obviously with Blue. He's then gone off to Gold, but then Blue faction have hired someone else. White faction do need him, but then he's there like, look, come on, I need you. I need somewhere to go. Well, I'm the best. I'm the biggest name. Blah blah blah. Don't end well for him, mate.
He gets so cheap.
Yeah, he gets proper done in. I mean, good as well. Like, I'm glad he does, mate. Glad he does. Couple of things I want to note about Domitius, mate, in this as well. Domitians, mate. His form with a bow and arrow is absolutely dreadful. In real life, he'd be the shittest archer I've ever seen in my life. He's crap with a bow, mate. And I know because I used to do archery. He is bad with a bow. And also, his face, mate. Right, proper winds me up, mate. Something rotten, that does.
Needs a good slap, doesn't he?
He's so annoying, mate. He's got the most punchable face in the entire universe, I think, you know.
When we was talking about it, I think it was earlier or the other day, like with Domitian, in stories, I love like villains. I love villains. But this guy,
like Homelander, for example,
is so crap. Yeah, Homelander, Joker, everything like that. But this guy is a villain, but it's so bad. It's so creepy, and it's so weedy, and he's just I don't like him all.
He reminds me a bit like Game of Thrones, mate. Joffrey in Game of Thrones. I hated him so much. Like, I hated that character with a passion. And it's not even because I thought the actor was doing a good job. I genuinely just hated that character. I was buzzing when he got murked off hours, you know. Like, honestly, I was glad to see the end of him, mate. Yeah. And this is, I feel like the same with him, mate. I really can't stand him.
Oh, it's coming, isn't it?
Yeah, really can't stand him.
I find this episode like the Judean Queen gets proper done over, doesn't she? In so many ways, like. So she's a queen of Jerusalem, but Titus is obviously having this love thing with her. But then Titus has this he has this vision from his father, doesn't he, when he's like getting buried or having the funeral, that he needs to build this like greatest bathhouse Rome has ever seen. And guess who's going to be building it? It's the Judean people.
Judeans, mate.
Yeah. So
I thought you were getting rid of all the slaves. Nah, love. I said I might think about it, but I still need them, don't I?
Yeah, one more time.
One more, innit? Just run it back. One more, yeah.
But then obviously, as the episode goes on, we find out the Judean king gets done over again and again.
And again. We also learn Blue Faction. If you didn't hate him already, they're a bunch of weirdos, mate. That woman in Blue Faction just starts wanking him off and then starts riding him in front of about 30 people, mate. Like, is there no such thing as privacy back then? They don't care at all, do they? They're just weirdos. Absolute weirdos.
We also find out that Titus gets a rumour that a Flavian was behind the grain shortages and food riots. And so it's obviously Domitian.
Yeah.
And obviously Titus gets his men to look into it, but also Domitian offers, says to Tenex, you sort out this problem, and I'll try and get Gold Faction back up and running. Guess who it was? Sasha Bob, wasn't it? I hate that guy.
I hate him so much, mate.
But I felt sorry for the guys who were... Because obviously Tenex gets there before Titus' men. And there's a guy having a good time in the brothel, and he gets throttled, doesn't he? Like proper sleeper choked.
He gets murked off, mate, proper. Bloke's just chilling. He's paid good money to be there.
It's definitely not chilling, but he's doing the deed, but he gets throttled out. It's a guy who wins a gamble. He's probably won like the jackpot, and he gets stabbed up. He gets stabbed up. But yeah, it's Domitian though. He needs to die, bro. He needs to die.
He needs to be murked off instantaneously, mate. Instantaneously. Also, the fat bloke with a mad wig. He doesn't even look like a real person, but I think he's second best character. I do, you know. Some of the stuff he was like offering, like
I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, like throwing midgets and stuff. Whatever it was.
Was that Midgets First Dogs?
Midgets First Dogs, that was it. It was something dead weird, wasn't it?
It's like
monkeys having sex with women, mate. What are you on about, mate? You're mad.
It's like when you're looking for a new show to watch, you're like, what the hell was that? Like the worst description ever.
It's a classic American reality TV show, that is, isn't it? Midgets versus dogs.
But then
it's
obviously
like a game, innit? Plants versus Zombies, mate.
Then the fat guy with the wig finally says about the ghost line, doesn't he? And obviously Domitian goes down. He's the ghost line, impressed by it. And then he sets up this little... he wants to put a wedge between Titus and the Judean Queen. So he sets this plan in motion, doesn't he? This match in the arena where the lion is Titus and the Judeans are going to get murked off, basically, going to get killed off. And it's like symbolises the battle where Titus overthrew the Judean Queen. And I'll let you tell about the the game we're on about.
So, basically, this guy as well, they've built this like city of like Judean like city and stuff, aren't they? Jerusalem or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's like a camp in it, basically.
Yeah.
They're the workers, aren't they?
They're chilling there, and so they go over there because obviously it's like this. Apparently they've been plotting to kill the queen and overthrow the queen, and they obviously get loads of them. Dress one of them up as the Judean queen, like proper banter, like he's on a stag do. They literally put a wig on him and everything, don't they?
Well, the poor guy's been set up, and
he's been proper set up. He looks like he seems like a lovely bloke as well. He's been fully set up and done over, mate, like proper bad.
And the thing is, it's got to do, Andy, because say, if you
don't, we'll kill all your women and children. Basically,
yeah,
we'll just kill everybody. Like if you don't sacrifice yourself, we'll kill literally all of your mates and your family and everyone. Which is proper harsh, isn't it? Really, mate. The CGI on the lion though was so rough, wasn't it? Like they've literally gone on Google and searched like CGI white lion green screen, mate, and just stuck it over their video or what they've made. Yeah. It was to say it's an Amazon production, mate. It's so rough that was. But basically, this bloke comes out dressed as a Judean queen, and this lion just murks him off, mate. And the Judean queen's watching as well. Murks off him dressed as the queen, then murks off these like other couple of blokes as well, mate. She stormed off fuming, hasn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the Judean queen's like, stop this madness. And Titus is like, one moment to do
how, mate? Like, what do you mean?
Then we have that other scene, don't we, at the end, where Tanix obviously, in his past, he was a slave and obviously broke free from his slave master. Yeah. We thought he killed. Then they have this massive brawl in like the crap water in this fucking toilet water, don't they?
Ursus, I think his name is Ursus or something. Yeah. They're fighting in just a massive pool of piss the day he gets, mate. Yeah. It's an absolutely massive pool of piss. But Carla, I think her name is Kayla or something. Basically, the obviously the older woman whose kids, she's got 2 kids that are slaves. Well, one of them now, and then obviously Cornbase, the gladiator, is her son. She's the best character in this by far, mate. She's the most compelling character. She speaks about 12 different languages. She's got 10 acts on strings, mate. She's doing bits, mate. She's obviously helping out. She is, mate. She's the most interesting character to me in this, because she's going. She don't care, mate. She's literally going places. She goes into that little temple thing and starts talking to that woman. And what made me laugh about that, she goes and hides behind that corner. There's them 2 guards. If I was security, mate, and someone was hiding behind a corner, are you all right, mate? Like, why are you behind that corner? What are you doing? I'd be curious. I'm not going to lie. But this episode as well, mate, another negative. We spoke about this earlier as well, but there's some really harsh like cuts between scenes. Like the scene will end and it will just go black for like 3 seconds before the next scene starts. Like it's like on TV when there's like an advert, and obviously you then watch the show after, and the advert's cut out or whatever. But there's no advert. Like it just cuts. It's just got a really weird editing to it, and it's a bit off-putting. It throws you off a little bit.
When I was watching it, because I was watching my PC, I thought like my PC had died.
Yeah, I literally was like, "What's going off here, mate? Like this is mad. This is
the longest blink you do. Like, what's going on?" But yeah, it's
odd one.
It's getting better though. I find it's getting better.
Yeah, it's I think it's because they're focusing on less characters now.
Well, they're
spending more time. They're spending more time on certain characters. Like Tenax, he's a good character. Especially now, obviously, we're only a bit by his past as well. I'm interested to see what happens next with him. And obviously, Carla or Kayla or whatever her name is, she's a good character. I don't care about Titus, to be fair. He doesn't even look Roman, mate. Like the actor, he just looks like a bloke. Like he doesn't look Roman, mate. He doesn't though, does he? He looks modern. Like he looks too modern. Yeah. He's got like normal hair and a beard and stuff. He doesn't look Roman. I hate him so much, mate. Domitian.
I'm sure he'll be dead soon, but
I hope so, mate. His brother needs to murk him off. I think that's the only play for him, to be fair.
Yeah. He can't keep dodging forever. He's got to.
Something's got to happen.
That's it. Have we done the final one? We've done the final voice note, haven't we?
Done it, mate. Yeah.
So it's time to announce.
Time to announce it, mate. If you haven't got it, to be fair, I genuinely will be dead ashamed of anyone who's listened and tried to guess it and not got it. Like,
and if you've Googled it as well.
Madness.
Mad.
This is why the first clip throws you off, because the first clip is from like a movie within the movie.
Yeah.
So it's
The film is.
Go on.
Home Alone.
Whee, drum roll. Legendary film.
Home Alone. I think I've watched this film 50 times, maybe more.
Always. It's definitely a seasonal film for me. It's always a December movie. Same with Harry Potter movies. Always watch them sort of December. When you get sort of like your break for the new year off from work and you're sort of like just chilling out for like 2 weeks or a week and a bit or whatever it is, you just smash movies through December, mate. Don't matter if you celebrate Christmas or not. You still that time of year you associate it with certain things, and those sort of movies are one of those. And I've literally watched it at least once a year for the last 32 years. I swear I was watching it as a baby, mate. I swear to God. Like, I literally watched it so many times, mate, and I never get bored of it. I never watch it and think, oh, do you know what? I'm not going to bother watching this next year. I always watch it and think, do you know what? That was good, that was.
And, it was my first VHS. The one I got it when I was like, dead young. I got it back from school every day it's like for a month. I was literally watching it religiously.
Yeah.
Like every day. And obviously, I just loved it. It was one of my favourite films.
So good.
At the time. And obviously, you've got a good cast in it as well. Got John Candy. He makes an appearance in it as well.
Oh,
he's a
mate.
legendary comedian.
Yeah, there's some very, very good, cast members. Obviously, Macaulay Culkin.
1 and 2 are the best. 3 and 4, nah, mate. 1 and 2 all day.
One and 2 is so sick, mate. I don't even think I know what number 3 is, mate. Has he even got him in it?
No. It's just
a different person in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never watched it, mate.
Macaulay Culkin's only in the first 2.
I've only ever watched the first 2 with him in it. But then it just brings it back as well to Macaulay Culkin, mate. He's got to be the greatest child actor of all time. You got to think of some of the movies he was in, pal. Like Richie Rich, mate. Do you remember that? Mate, so good, mate. The movies he was in were unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, My Girl. Uncle Buck. That's another quality film, that is. That's got John Candy as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Page Master.
There's so many good films. There's like even stupid ones like Getting Even with Dad. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen that, mate.
I've seen it.
They're not even. Some of them don't have really that good rewatchability. But you know, when you're younger and you watch these films, they obviously shape your life, don't they? They do take a big effect, which is hence why we're doing this, because we love that sort of media. We love movies. We love shows. That's our main form of media that we really, really enjoy. And obviously, we grew up on all of this sort of stuff. And it's always going to be one of my favourite movies of all time. That is always Home Alone.
Yeah, and these films are just like, you don't have to really think about it. You just sit down with your family or on your own.
They're just really good, feel-good movies, aren't they? Just feel-good films. Like, you just watch the film and it's hard to explain, like, the warm, fuzzy feeling you get when you finish watching it, mate. Like,
and when we're watching it as well, we get that nostalgia from when we're watching it.
Yeah, it's so sick. Especially with me as well, and I've got young kids, and I start watching these films again with the kids, and then they start watching it for the first time. Yeah. And then you can see the joy that they get from watching these movies, and you're like, it just brings back even more memories and stuff. It's so sick. So sick. Yeah.
Great film. Great film. So we're going to have another one for you next week. We'll try and get something maybe a bit harder, but...
Oh, yeah. We'll go for a game one next week.
Yeah.
A classic game. We'll go for a classic game series. And I'm trying to think. It might not necessarily be quotes from it. It might be sound effects from it as well. You know, like classic sound effects. Like, I'm not gonna say it's this one, but like, I don't know, like the headshot sound from Katanas, like headshot, like boom, headshot, like stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't.
Or like. I don't know, like killing spree, like Halo sound effects, like stuff like that. We'll do stuff like that as well. So Yeah,
It's just a
look
new
out
idea,
for those.
wasn't it?
Look out for those. Yeah, just something a bit
Just a new
different for you all to
idea.
interact with and have a little bit of fun. So, and
Yeah.
it's a reason for us to then obviously at the end, like we've done now, is talk about these sort of things that we love and we cherish, and obviously we get a lot of nostalgia from it. So it gives us a reason to talk about the things we love. So.
And like we said earlier, like if you love the film as well, if you guessed it, put it in the bottom in the comments if you're on YouTube or you're on our Discord, like we keep mentioning every week. And we'll chat on there. We're always there ready to
Let us know
chat.
what your memories are of the movie. Do you have positive memories of the movie? Let us know.
Have you thought of any different traps you could if you were home alone? Yeah. Put it in there. But yeah. That's it then.
He's
sick,
sick in that. Some of the traps he does, mate. Yeah. Some of the traps, mate. Where it's like, it's in Home Alone 2, I think, isn't it? Where it's like, throws that brick down, hits him, mate.
Yeah, he's got like old brick marks on his head, hasn't he?
Just got full-on brick marks all over his head.
And he throws another one down, doesn't he? And that Marv's on the floor. It's like, he like punches out the way, doesn't he? And he whacks him in the head again. It's like,
oh, it's so sick.
Is that a short I did as well? That short I did as well with Thor's hammer. That was from.
Yeah, that was from it as well. Yeah,
as well, where he gets electrocuted.
But yeah, it's a shorter one this week, guys, because I'm still not up to date with Cobra Kai. Next week, however, we've got the usual Suicide Squad episode 8, Elusive Samurai episode 5, Blue Lock, the last 3 episodes of Blue Lock.
Emotion.
Mate, it's going to be a very, very sad one for us, that. Yeah. Those About to Die episode 5, and then we're going to be watching Cobra Kai episode 1 and 2 we'll be talking about next week.
So lots to tune in for next week.
Yeah. I've only got 2 episodes of the last season to watch from on the latest season, which, to be fair, I'll do that in a sitting. They're like 30 minutes, 35 minutes. So, so we'll be getting back on Cobra Kai. This is Cobra Kai's final season. There's only 5 episodes out at the moment. The rest come out later in the year. I think November time or something, did you say?
I think it's November, yeah. So we've got plenty of time.
Yeah, so we'll ping these. We'll probably finish them quite early, to be fair. And then in a few weeks, anyone who's a fan, Martin knows what I'm going to say here. Anyone who's a fan of Korean shows, mate, there's one on Netflix called Bloodhound. I think it's called Bloodhound.
Bloodhounds, yeah.
It came out last year, and I accidentally watched the trailer on Netflix, like by pure chance, and I literally sent it Martin straight away, mate. It looks so sick. So I think we're going to pick up that when we've got a little bit of spare space, and we're going to talk about that because we want to get back on those Korean shows. You see, Martin's going Korea next year, isn't he? South Korea, so
getting back on all them.
Getting back on it, mate. Getting back on it.
Get in the mood, you know.
Yeah, that's it. Get hyped for it.
But yeah,
there's only one way to get hyped for South Korea, and that's watch a South Korean fighting show, mate.
Get pumped up for the plane. We're going to keep it from Cobra Kai. We're going to go to this Bloodhounds, hopefully. So we're going to keep the whole fighting.
Yeah.
Fighting genre flowing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It looks. I've not watched Australia yet, but
it looks very good. I
trust your opinion on it. So I'll be there.
Yeah, 3 friends working for a benevolent moneylender band together to take down a ruthless loan shark who preys on the financially desperate. That's what the thing is. So they're going vigilante, mate. They're going full vigilante, these boxers are.
Anyone who reads that is like, yeah, I'm definitely watching that.
Yeah, mate. In order to pay off their debt, 3 daring youths, this one says, jump into the money lending business while confronting the rich and powerful who prey on the weak. Robin, it's a classic South Korean Robin Hood, mate. It is, isn't it?
It's a good old hero story that we need to watch.
We need it, mate. We need to be inspired.
We need it in our life.
It's 8 episodes of that. I'll be in that, mate. Trust me.
Well, yeah, we've got a few other animes that we're going to do after, obviously, Elusive Samurai and Suicide Squad because they're all coming to an end. But we'll announce that.
Sad times.
Further dates.
Yeah, man. But yeah, guys, girls, goblins, if you did like this episode, like, subscribe, follow, get on Martin's Twitch, get on my YouTube, get on the TikTok, get in the Discord, and just have a good time. And yeah, really appreciate you listening.
we're here to share our love for games, anime, and TV shows. So, join the Discord. Let's get chatting. Follow the YouTube channels. We've got more shorts coming out. We've got more gaming playthroughs to come. So, we're going to keep you entertained, and we're going to keep it coming because we're really enjoying ourselves. So
yeah, it's sick. Absolutely sick. Let's say we've been doing it. What? It's episode 21.
So it's 21
weeks we've been doing this for, mate. No slowing down either. We'll be doing it for another 21 years, mate. I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
Multi-millionaires then, though. Please subscribe so we can leave our jobs.
Do it.
Do it now.
Please.
But joking aside, appreciate you being here, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Take care, guys.
Love you, bye.